Thank you, UgoStrange. You are 110% right. I am hypothetical. Ever since I was a little kid, I always told people, could you imagine this? Could you imagine if this happened? Could you imagine if that happened? That's just how I am. I'm just an idea guy. So let me get down to this whole Thundercats thing. Alright, I'm going to try to make this kind of brief because it's not really a fully thought out idea. But the concept was I was going to keep it where the Thundercats leave their planet and they come to the new planet. Now, we know they were fighting against mutants, so the thing I would have did was I would have to mix in a little bit of a human element into the mix. So what I would have did was I would have made it like our government was on that planet before, and they didn't try to terraform or they didn't try to colonize the planet. What they were doing was some illegal experimentations. So basically stuff like mixing human genes with animal genes, stuff like that. And it was a nice size facility. And they also did other experimentation like bioweaponry and stuff like that. So we could just make it like there was like an outbreak or something on there, and they pretty much took off once the stuff leaked through the facility, and pretty much dropped the project. But yet they left some scientists there and some personnel, and it didn't. You can make it like the disease didn't affect everybody. It wasn't as bad as they thought, but it did. The people who it did affect, it mutated some people in different ways. But yet the animals or the human hybrids that they had locked up, they were released, and so therefore you have your bird looking like people, your different type of beasts like creatures running around the place, humanoids. So you got your human factor and you got your mutants. Now, some of the humans that didn't get to take off, like I said, some of that disease did affect them. It mutated them in different ways. You could have the one character like Mumra, who the disease affected him so dramatically it screwed up his skin, so he likes to wrap his arms up and stuff like that. So the humans that were still there that were afraid of him called him Mumra because how he wrapped himself. Now he was one of the more intelligent mutants, crazy in the head, but he still wanted power. And you could make it like, you know, he still does his transformation. He can get bigger and stronger, stuff like that. Then you just throw in the whole Thundercat in the mix, and you know, you have them, like the humans were afraid of Thundercats at first because they thought they were some mutants as well. Then you get them to come together and be cool. Then they have to deal with Mumra and his entourage. You know, that's pretty much the idea. I mean, I haven't really thoroughly fleshed it out, as you can tell, but the thing about it is, it's a good way to make it realistic enough where you can have just, you know, not random aliens from outer space that you just happen to call mutants. They were called mutants for a reason. They mutated because of some type of weird chemical or experimentation. So that's why I would call them mutants that way. That's the way I would do it. So you can have them intelligent, you can have your dumb ones, and you can have your more superior ones. And plus, the planet itself has its own natural animals and creatures anyway. But you know, the disease helped mutate things even further, made some things even more savage, and that's pretty much my idea. Your cast, by the way, UgoStrange, perfect, man. I like your Lino pick. That was dead on. Facial features, everything. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'd like to get your thoughts. I wish I could have did this video a lot better, but you know, it bees like that sometimes. But anyway, keep it up, man. Good stuff.